November the 19th marked the 1000th day of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Russian forces tried to take Kyiv in the first week, but failed. So far, the armed forces of Ukraine, the AFU, have stood up against Putin's aggression. But it's been a massive effort by 13 international partners who are currently training part of the Ukrainian army, the engine room of Zelensky's victory plan. Here at an undisclosed location in the east of England, at this urban training facility, the UK and its allied partners are transferring their vast knowledge and experience to Ukrainian soldiers.
The mission for Interflex that we were given was to primarily train the Ukrainians with three key pillars: improve their survivability, improve their lethality, and therefore increase their will to fight. And by doing so, we deliver a 5-week package for the section commanders and platoon sergeants, or a 10-week package for the platoon commanders course. Some of the ISO container features you've got to our front here, they're there to represent the congested environment you see within an urban setting. Partner relationships are hugely important and key to Interflex. We've been working with some Kosovan soldiers. They've integrated within our sections as section commanders, and we've also had a platoon commander and also a company ops officer who's been leading the company attack. There's doorways and alleyways.
Police station there.
Police station.
You've got an NGO there, the International Red Cross.
Він гранату шукає. Пацани, в кого гранату? Що, гранату підібрали?
How do you have the conversation with the AFU on fighting an enemy that may not be abiding by the law of armed conflict?
It's a difficult conversation, and there are awkward questions, and my bottom line is that if you're fighting an illegal enemy, you have to stay as legal as possible yourself, following the rules and regulations set to us by the international community.
Things are about to get quite interesting, and things are going to get loud because there's going to be a simulation of battle, which is why the eye protection's gone on. And these things are using the same equipment as what hearing aids would use. So basically it cancels out a lot of the noise, but it allows me and Lieutenant Mooney to talk.
Essentially across the day, the enemy picture is going to build for the AFU in the village. They're going to test the VCPs like you can see around us here.
Vehicle checkpoints.
Vehicle checkpoints. There's going to be patrols, as you can see down there, walking around the village, and then obviously standing patrols around the village as well. Essentially build throughout the day, starting with 4-man attack, section level, 8-man attack.
So really this evening what's happened is we have had enemy attack all 4 of the platoon locations to the northeast of the village here. There's been around 30 enemy that have probed us from multiple locations.
And then finally in the evening there will be a deliberate attack by 20 to 30 enemy troops onto the village. For now, the probe is going to be essentially shoot and scoot tactics.
Go.
Bumping the Ukrainians to see their defences, see how they react, as would happen in order to see sort of the reaction of the Ukrainians and their defensive plan.
Standard clearance checks. Right, the gun's now safe. This is, well, looks like a Kalashnikov, but it's not.
Yeah, so it's the ARM-9, so it's the variant of the Kalashnikov that the British forces are using with the Ukrainian troops.
I'll hand this back to you. Let's go and have a chat with the AFU.
Я був звичайним піхотинцем.
The Russians entered the entire territory and began attacking from all directions. That's why I was one of the first to engage in the initial battles in eastern Ukraine. My family was in the south, in the town of Kherson, which was under occupation for more than half a year.
Росіяни зайшли на всю територію нашої країни.
I was a regular infantry soldier repelling attacks in the east. When the war started, I was there as an army recruit. In 2023, I signed a contract with the army, and I still serve to this day.
А коли вже розпочалася повномасштабна війна.
When the full-scale war started, it became really difficult. I had to get separated from my daughter, from my wife, send them abroad. I want to see how my child is growing. I want to go through her happy moments together, not hide in a basement when there's another shelling from our enemies. I was trying to think, and I am still trying to think, that we will definitely win.
однозначно.
We're fortunate enough to go home to friends and family in a safe environment. It's really humbling when you speak to the Ukrainian soldiers to know that many of them will probably go back to the front line. They may see their friends and family, but for them there's no big holiday. They are back to an illegal war in their own country, fighting for their country's survival.
This Christmas I don't see my daughter and wife. It is, this is not happy history.